Hello guys, Golden Goblins versus Reddit Omega. This was a random spin and you can see the final score. 116, 115. The war was won on 3 stars as usual. Both clans used all attacks barring one. And I was not in this, so I didn't get to see how it transpired. I know that most of the members, I think, in both clans were from sort of North America, and a lot of attacks happened quite late as this war sort of finished, like late afternoon on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday it would have been. Show what they did to our bases. Goblins took some heavy fire early. These guys, I think, their first 7 attacks were 3 stars. There's another recap from this war being done by a guy named Kevv from Golden Goblins. I'll post the link to that in the description. He shows a couple of the Reddit Omega. It definitely shows one of the Omega attacks where they use dragons at Town Hall 10. Very effective and very cool to watch. I'm going to run a few from this. I won't show all the top ones, as you can see those on Kev's. We'll start with number 9. Some of the attacks might overlap. This is Colton on Stingray. And it looks like Queen charge. He's got minion at sort of 3 o'clock to help the Queen funnel. Minion couple of archers up top. He's just trying to get rid of the big storage. I have seen this attack as there was some sort of thoughts on this attack. Let me know what you think in the description. Queen has been broken in. She's going to clear some of the trash around the building. Take out the air defense next, which means the healers are going to be safe, at least for a little while. Going against a sweeper, well, not against the sweeper. Sweeper pointed the other way. So she's going to walk in, pull the enemy CC in a second here. And you'll see the Valkyries do quite well in this attack. Pulls the CC, minion CC with loons. Max minions in a CC can be a real pain in the ass. The poison keeps them at bay long enough. Wall breakers have come in and given her free passage into the next compartment. And she's going to get that Inferno Tower. Up top, he's sort of spammed in Valkyries. Wall breaker fail up top, but the Valks are going to break their way in as the funnel was created. Jump and Rage down is going to give them sort of 3 compartments, and they should get to that next Inferno Tower quite quickly. And once the Infernos are down on this base, he's now realistically only got 30% of it left. Less than that in defense. And he's got a couple of streams of hogs coming in from sort of 11 and 9 o'clock. Queen did die. Enemy king jumped out of the poison spell, or walked out of the poison spell a bit earlier than probably would have hoped. The Queen's gone down. Healers are just all over the shop at the moment. And the hogs are ripping their way through the bottom of this base. Lots of sort of anti-bowler bases mean that double bombs, and this is happening in all the clans I've seen at the moment, but double bombs are being put in cores. Hogs are making a comeback. Valkyries still strong. The core bombs are good against bowlers, but it does leave the rest of your base a little bit exposed. Certainly when you've made a funnel down both sides and you've only left a third of the base to clear. That's quite a nice wipe. Next one I liked was number 12. Hergoth and Colton been doing this attack. I know I said I wouldn't explain it, but I'll give a bit of a rundown. It's a Queen Walk Valk Laloon We're not the only ones doing it. I'm sure there's quite a few clans out there doing it. But effectively, you want to get your queen in, ideally take out one Inferno tower, get at least one air defense with the queen, and get the CC. So he's got a bit of a funnel happening with some just taking out the trash that's exposed around the base. Queen's broken in. She's going to get to the Inferno tower, and she's definitely going to get towards that air defense. Just got to worry about the sort of heavy structures around it and the timing of it all. So rage spell down just to help push through these storages. That's the air defense gone. He needs the freeze. Freeze gives time for the queen to heal back up. And double poison down for this Valk drag CC. Let's see if this dragon blows up in a ball of fire. See, I'm sure that's new. They did not die like that yesterday. Anyway, the queen has taken the air defense, has also got one Inferno tower. And the second portion of this attack is always to send in your king with some Valks and get at least one more air defense and just help everything sort of funnel. So really the kill squad's done. If the queen stays alive, it's fantastic. If she doesn't, quite often it'll still work anyway. But while everything is taking fire kill squad wise, when the core is just smashing on the kill squad, you've already started the Laloon portion of your attack, which means a lot of the defenses aren't on the hounds or loons for the first bit anyway. And as long as the loons get to the second Inferno and the two air defenses that are normally left up, you should be laughing. He's got pups kind of everywhere. This Wizzy tower gets pretty close to ruining this attack, but he had a couple of back end loons there anyway. He's got a surviving hound, but clean up everywhere. That's the idea. It's a strong attack in the sense that, yes, it's ground and air, but you kind of split the base in half. And by splitting the base in half and using the kill squad as a distraction for the loons, it just alleviates a bit of the pressure. And on the right base, it's sick. Dave the Special on 17. And this is sort of another example of it. I've not seen this one, but I did check out the army comp just to make sure I chose some that were slightly interesting. So again, minions down, they're going to help create the funnel, but they also just get rid of some of the trash buildings, which helps time-wise at the end for cleanup and essential for the funnel. Queen's going to go in here, and she's going to get a sweeper and an air defense, definitely. This is a slightly lower level Town Hall 10, sort of baby Infernos, one of which is a single. Not sure about singles. I hate them in multi-raids because they kill your heroes and then you gotta wait a little longer. But in war, whatever. Double poison down, that's gonna hold the king back. Should sort out the loon that's coming, and it's just a matter of time. She'll take the golem out. Rage spell to help speed that up. So the king comes in here with Valks, where the funnel's been made. Everything's going to break through that wall. He'll rage them up. That will take the second air defense down. He's needed the ability on his own queen to take out the enemy queen. So you'll see here, second air defense has gone down. Everything is targeting the Valkyries and king and the kill squad. So that Inferno tower is really only hitting on a hound, and the loons just sort of path in, taking 0 fire. Freeze holds that off, and hounds in for the top. And it's all about distraction. The single's a bit of a pain, but once the you actually do want the hounds to pop, so as long as you've got enough loons left, which he does on this, no issues. And if your healers stay up, you tend to find that some of your heroes, some of your Valkyries, stay alive. And again, he's got a hand left. It's a sick attack. It doesn't work on every base. You need a base where the queen can easily take at least one air defense. And ideally it's not external. You want it to be slightly in the base so that it's gaining you some funnel for your loons and hounds. I think I'm going to go down to Town Hall 9s now. There was a couple of cool attacks from 9s. This is Duke. Duke. Not sure how you say that. And this is a Town Hall 9 version. Quite a lot of air used in this, with the bowlers and the Valkyries being quite strong bases. This certainly isn't neglecting air, but the bases just have changed a little bit and tend to find that air is secondary in the thought process and building them. Certainly at Town Hall 10 when the crossbows, well, I always say expos, when they're grounded, it just opens a large part of the base to an air attack. And I think that's where Omega really does well with the dragons. So on a max 10, if you take out 3 expos, that's so much damage denied, and the dragons just float over him, kill him. Easy. So queens come in here, taking out the enemy queen. Funneled her in. She's going to need a rage spell. CC should get pulled shortly. She's taken a ton of fire from 2 expos, cannon. And the king has cleaned up some trash outside. Wall breakers have taken him in. He's just got to get to that other air defense. And if the queen gets the CC here, baby dragon, witch CC. Baby dragons again, massive in CCs at the moment. They're a pain. So 2 air defenses down, the Laloon portion of the attack can come in. So a couple of hounds, massive loons in behind, targeted as always, and 3 hounds for 2, well, what's going to be 3 air defenses. I don't think the queen gets to the other one. So there's a hound per air defense on this one. But the pathing is key. Everything just kind of goes straight over the base, straight over the core. And the air defenses don't stand a chance. Tesla's doing a bit of work. He's got loads of pups everywhere and a few back-end loons. Gonna take a bomb or 2, but that is wrecked. He's nearly just sacrificed the king there for 1 air defense. Hope your queen stays alive. Help with pathing. I'm going to show one more because I always like a sexy old school hog attack. I think it was number 34. Liberty. 22 hogs, couple of golems. I'm pretty sure he's got a golem in the CC. I didn't watch it, but if you look at the clock, this was like a 2-minute hog raid on a decent base. So yeah, 3 golems in, pile of wizzies behind it. It's almost like a go wipe start without the P.E.K.K.A. And he's going to rage everything up. He's got 1 golem that's kind of gone wide, sort of north. Another one's just going to sit and beat on a wall here and take fire, but as long as it's distracting the fire from the core, he's doing what he needs to do. And he's just going to trickle in hogs from the sides. The jump spell has taken his kill squad into the main bit of the base. And these golems just distract so well. That double bomb kills like 2 hogs, so it just doesn't matter. This is old school surgical stuff. It doesn't look like he's going to finish with too many hogs, but they've only got to get down what a couple of defenses for each little pack that he puts down, and it all adds up. So he's healed, survived both double bombs. He's got probably 8 hogs left, Skellies are banging on them, but they'll turn around in a second. Queen's ability, and he's on cleanup. So I mean, the bulk of that base was destroyed in sort of a minute 20. Wizzies everywhere. This was a wicked war. I wish I was in it. Omega has... I've been talking to Charlie from Omega, and he said it was one of the best war, if not the best war he's ever been in. And said if we ever match again, expect a massive fight. Friendly banter, of course. So yeah. Cheers, Omega. We'll see you guys in the next one.